Hey guys, welcome back to rhrjen. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Today I have an interesting one for you. Last night we got into a live chat. It ended up going 3 hours. Thank you for everybody who came out. It's still up if you want to rewatch it in its entirety. But I understand not everybody wants to watch all that, so I clipped out a part that I thought you would find interesting. It's an article that we got into a discussion about people Meghan has dumped throughout her life, friends, family, things like that. But then it led into more conversations about what's going on with Harry and Meghan, predictions on when they're going to go their separate ways or when we'll see them next, and things like that. So I just clipped it out for you to enjoy. I hope you enjoy this. Again, this isn't my usual kind of video because it is clipped from that live. But we had the best time chatting, and I think you'll enjoy this part. So let's take a look. And again, I'm Jen. Honk honk, everyone. Thanks for being here. Now, I do show myself on this live. I'm starting to show myself more, not fully, but the blonde-haired lady you see right here, that's me. Hello. So anyway, take a listen, enjoy, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here. I found this article I thought we could glance at real quick if you guys want to talk. Meghan Markle dumped the royal family and her friends, and Prince Harry could be the next for the chop. So my question is, okay, here's my opinion on this. Again, allegedly my opinion. I don't think so. What else do they have? I said this before. I think this is just an attention grab, just like taking her ring off. Remember, she took her ring off for all those months because people were talking about it. And then when she put it on, people were like, oh, she put her ring back on. I think this is just another gimmick for them. I do think the split's coming. And they probably are separated in real life, you know what I mean? But for now, it's just for attention. That's just my guess on that. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. I'll definitely go back over. It's no big deal. So here it is. So since getting married, okay, this was out of the Sun. We're gonna hit the highlights here. Basically, they're going over how since marrying Harry, all these people she's dumped. But I'd say no, it happened before that. Because think about like the whole Sunshine Sacks and all like there's a whole thing about people she's dumped. I can't remember the other friend's name. Like, that's her thing. I mean, her dad, she dumped him before the wedding, right? So it's not just since marrying Harry. It's been her MO all along, is to dump people. So again, they're putting out these other articles saying, oh no, they're not the couple that does everything together. They do things apart. It's normal. By the way, I've said before, I'm going to go ahead and put it on record. I can't stand Jessica Mulroney. I don't believe her either. I have a theory on that. I had heard from I'm not one that's ever like, I have sources. I just had one person that was pretty credible that gave me a tip, if you can believe it, allegedly, that Jessica Mulroney and Meghan were actually still friends and might actually still be friends. And that I kind of believe. I can't explain why I believe it, but just I believe it. I think they're secretly still friends. They just had to publicly kind of call it quits. There was a thing where supposedly Jessica was kind of hanging out actually with Meghan, like not terribly long ago. But who knows? It could be. It's all alleged, right? Regardless, can't stand Jessica Mulroney. No thanks on that one. Even if they're not friends anymore, don't care. Those two are equally as awful as each other. If what they said is true, because allegedly, yeah, she was involved. Exactly that, Elsie. I have no space in my. I have no. What's the word I'm looking for? I have nothing for somebody that's awful to a kid. Nothing. So she can go fill in the blank herself. Anyway, who else is on the chop? Everybody. I would say anybody that Meghan can't use is on the chop. That's what she does. So this guy, Hugo, who calls himself a royal correspondent, is talking about it, saying it hasn't happened yet, but eventually Harry will be painted like he's the person in the wrong. And I'm like, they've already laid groundwork for that. See Spare for details, right? Oh, wait. Now that's interesting. Granny Loves Coffee says Jessica Mulroney has Meghan Markle's diary. Now that would be interesting. I bet you they know where the skeletons are buried on each other. So I got to figure they got to lay low. I just feel like, evil flocks together, not flocks. Nope. That's not what I meant, but you know what I mean? Hi, Miss Rocker Red. Thanks for being here. I hope you're doing okay. But yeah, I just think those two are a match made in hell and they deserve each other. Well, actually, I was talking about Meghan and Jessica, but now I mean Harry and Meghan. Let's see. What has he done to himself, or what's he allowed him to happen to himself? He's turned into a victim. I mean, he's always complaining about everything. I so that's where I get a little annoyed. She definitely has blanked him over hard, but I don't want to just blame her. I don't think it's right. He's an ass and he's done these things to himself. So I love the twins so much, but I respectfully disagree when they were talking about he might be a narcissist victim. I'm like, no, F that. He is just as bad as she is, and sometimes worse because that's his grandma he sat next to. We saw the relationship that he and the queen once had, and for him to fall that far and turn that hard, okay, I don't care if it's Jamie Dornan. If he told me, Jen, I'm going to rock your world, but you got to talk shit about your grandma. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And my grandma is a queen, but she's not the queen, you know. To me, that makes it worse. But I'm saying, like, there's nothing that anybody could do that could make me do that. You have to have he's not a machine. He can make decisions for himself. He's made his decision. So I don't feel sorry for that dude. That guy sucks. Um Let's see here. But yeah, so he's complicit, and it's saying, I don't want to read all this. Basically, here's my question to you guys. Do you think that this is the beginning of the end? Do you think that they are headed for the split? Do you think that this is for attention like everything else, which is kind of the camp I'm in? What else do they have? They don't have anything else to lean on. So I think they're kind of in a hell of their own making and will be for a while. Definitely they will be in a split. I just don't know if they're yet there yet. But let me know your thoughts on all this. Glennis says old hairless has-been is more to blame because he let her do it. That's exactly what I think too, Glennis. See, if Johnny Depp sat next to you and said, Glennis, with his smoldering eyes, and said, Glennis, I will do some real weird stuff with you, Glennis, if you say some bad stuff about your family members. It'd be tempting. Depends on which family member, but most likely your reality is going to kick in. And you're like, no, I can't do it. But not for Harry. Anyway, so he's on this 3-week break, is what they're saying. A solo trip to Africa in honor of his charity. Oh, yeah? How are those African parks doing, Harry? Have you talked about those? No, you haven't? Have you brought those up? Have you acknowledged those at all? No, Harry makes me sick. And then he attended a string of events in New York. And then I guess he was on Jimmy Fallon. I just can't care about that. That's so stupid. Haunted maze. I'm sure he cried and got confused. He's like, Mommy, I can't find my way out. They're saying that he spent his 40th birthday without Meghan, but he went to that, wasn't he at that stupid bookstore thing around his 40th? I thought that was the whole thing, is he was going to go to do something with the charity and then blew it off, go sit next to Meghan in a bookstore. I don't know. It has been longer than 3 weeks. You're right. This is weird. So I've said before, I feel like my opinion is they're doing this solo thing right now because they think it'll get them attention. Well, kind of like the actual working royal family does. It's like, you won't see one typically outshadow another. They try to be respectful of each other's events. We saw King and Queen just have a glorious visit in Australia. We didn't see much out of the others, and that's a good thing. That's respectful. That's what you do. Harry and Meghan are bulls in china shops. They always do the worst possible thing ever. But they do appear to be doing separate things right now. Again, in my opinion, I believe that they probably are separated behind the scenes, but I don't think that they can afford to separate. I really don't. I think that what else do they have? They know it too. What else will people talk about? Because yes, the divorce will be juicy, and yes, it'll be interesting to watch the downfall and the books coming out. It'll last for years, but then what? What do they have? So it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I'm gonna get to it. Oh, that's the last part of the article. That's what I was looking at. Okay, let me read some of your comments here. Adam says, Harry and Meghan up a tree kissing. Meghan, K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Meghan fell out. Harry came tumbling after. Nice. Amber Heard. Let's see. Elaine says they know things about one another that I'm sure neither of them want public. What will they do to each other? That will be interesting. I've said my theory on that. I feel like it'll be a lot of blaming each other, mudslinging. I think she will play victim, point back despair. I think that's why she let him. Yes, I'm saying let him write those things in that book. So that way she'll have evidence. I think she's very calculated, and I think he's very angry and dumb. Jordana says, I think Harry is hanging around South Africa in hopes of being able to talk to William. Charles Spencer. Oh, now that's an interesting thought. Maybe. I think Diddy is too big right now, so they'll wait for maximum impact. Now, do you mean to announce a separation or to do projects again? What do you think? And okay, I have to say a big flat allegedly because we don't know. We're just guessing. In your opinion, I've heard the rumblings. I'm sure you have too. Do you think we will see some Harry and Meghan news revolving around the Diddy stuff? That will be interesting to see. Thank you so much, Catherine. I really appreciate that. If they divorce, they have to go to UK Parliament, Diana, by UK law. Absolutely. I totally agree and hear you on this. Meghan, this is just my opinion. Meghan's not going to play by any UK rules. Meghan's going to firmly dig her feet into California. I think it's going to get real ugly. But I agree with you. I think that's exactly what's going to have to happen at some point. But good luck getting Meghan to play nice with that, the rules, right? Harry did give 1.5 million to, I never say that name right, Sittabali, I think, and promised 315,000 to his well-child charities. All records in company house submitted to charity accounts. Thank you so much, Stephen, for letting me know that. I really appreciate that. Now that's interesting. I bet Meghan's pissed about that. Maybe that's why they're not seen together right now. She's pissed that he's giving away money when she could have used it to buy something ridiculous, like a pair of flip-flops for 1.5 million or whatever the hell she'd blow that money on. Then they have a joint event at Paley Awards December 4th honoring Tyler Perry. All right, what do we think? Will they show? They'll be out before then. There's no way that they will waste primetime season. I'm talking about November, December, not being photographed, even if it's separately, because January is usually like when people lay low a little bit, you know? So I really think, no, I think she'll be out and about before that. But that'll be interesting. I didn't know that. And also, I'm sure she'll wear something absolutely atrocious. I don't believe they're divorcing. They're all each other has. I'm kind of in the same camp. I think eventually they will. But for right now, I don't think it's their time. I don't think they have anything else lined up and nobody wants to touch them. And now all these articles are coming out from people speaking up to being to the awful conditions of like working for them to, just their awful behavior in general. So I don't think they have anything else right now. She won't appear until after the election. She only appears so she can get maximum headlines. I know, but I don't know that she can go that long. So when I was going over, okay, go back and find my video. I did a whole video on, say it with me, beige. Now you know what I'm going to say. Let's say it together. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Beige. When I did the whole beige thing, I did a video about her in the beige with HG Tudor and with the twins. The 4 of us sat and we talked about why beige, why all the time. Go back and watch it if you didn't watch it. It's a really good video. It's one of my favorites. I pulled all her beige looks and then I realized the startling trend. It was once a month. Every single month. She only missed 1 month. And the only reason she missed 1 month was because they had done the Jamaica thing, I think. And they had such backlash over the Jamaica movie theater thing. I think they actually laid low for a little bit. But other than that, every single month they popped up for accidental paparazzi pics. I'm being very sarcastic when I say that. And so it was every month like clockwork she showed up. So it's interesting to see it when I pull them and put them together like that. I was like, oh, here's literally every single month she does this. So I feel like it's coming. She won't be able to wait that long. That's just my opinion. I just don't think her narcissism will let her hide that long. What do you guys think? She hasn't been lurking in parking lots lately. No, she kind of let that go. Remember, for a while it was parking lots, then it was concerts. Her new thing seems to be girls events, like teens events. What would you call that? Like youth that need some help events, things like that, or those kind of things. I really think she'll show up at more of those Because then it becomes a look at me, but also look at the good I'm doing. And she can put it on the Archwell page, make herself look busy, working more than 1 hour a week. We'll get blurry Halloween pics. Now, that's a good point. I wonder if we will. Remember, they did that 4th of July. Well, it was not this year, it was last year. Vaguely blurry. I'm not positive it's not photoshopped photos. Yep, something like that. Hi, Steven. Even if they divorce without Harry, Meghan will let's see, have one attack against Harry and one against the royals after that. What would Meghan have to sell? That's exactly what I think too, Steven. I think you're hitting the nail on the head. What else does she have? But the only question I have, and this is where I need like a narcissism person to explain it to me. We can see it like that. I don't know that she sees it like that. Wouldn't she see it as I'm great? Everything I do is great. So I don't know if that would stop her. Basically, Stephen, I think you're thinking like a rational, reasonable person, and I don't think she's capable of doing that. So I'm really not sure what she's going to do. You know what my instinct tells me? She's trying to line up somebody else that's very wealthy before she makes the move. That's just my guess. I have nothing to back it up. That's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on all of this. I very much enjoyed the live. Thank you if you came out. If you missed it, don't worry about it. We've been doing a lot of them. We'll do another one soon. It was a blue theme. That's why you saw Prince William in blue. You saw Catherine in blue, and I'm in blue. I love blue. It's my favorite color. But anyway, guys, as always, I just want to send a sincere thank you to all your love and support. Again, thank you to everybody who came out to the live chat. Thank you to everybody who watched it in replay. It is still up if you want to catch it in its entirety. But if not, here's a small snippet of it. I hope you enjoyed it so much. Huge thank you for all your love and support. Thank you to everybody who's picked up the new merch. We have the Everything's Fine merch. So check that out if you haven't already. And of course, I have Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. You guys, I have so many episodes, hundreds of episodes over there. And you get access to all of them, all the back catalog if you sign up. So check that out, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. It is, as always, just a huge thank you to everybody for all your love and support. I can't tell you how much that means to me. I truly hope you all have the best day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Honk, honk, everyone.